Hi, my name is Ethan Haynes, and today we will be making a text adventure game. So this video is kind of intended for those people that kind of have a basic understanding for JavaScript, but they want to kind of figure out like, okay, I know how to, iterate over an array. I know how to make variables. I know how to make something go into the console log. But they want to take those individual, skills and then combine them together to make something interesting, something fun, and in doing so, learn a little bit more about the language and a little bit more about the possibilities of what you can do with it. I'll start this out by saying that I'm not sure exactly what we'll end up making together, so it might end up being a total throwaway project, but we'll do it together. So I'm going to do this all from scratch, so you can just watch me do it all. So let's just go ahead and make a directory. You can pause and follow along as you like, and I'll try to explain everything as much as I can along the way. So let's make a directory and call it text adventure. And then we'll cd into that. So cd into text adventure, and we are now in it. So clear the log. All right, so let's just go ahead and get Adam up to date with this. So now Adam is in my text adventure. And so what I'll do is I'll just make our first file. So let's just go ahead and follow good convention. Let's just make a source directory as well. And then we'll cd into that after we make it. So now what we're going to do is we're also going to let's just make our first file. Let's just kick things off with index.js, or we can call it app.js. It doesn't really matter. Either one's fine. So let's just start that off, and then with this guy we can go in here and see, hey, we have app.js. So in order to have a good text adventure where I go to the command line and I start the game and then I type, the interface gives me some text, and and then I take that text and then I reply to it and I give back my answer, and then it parses that, and so on. We need to, in order to do that, we need to kind of have that functionality, and Node has built in the read line module. So we'll go ahead and import that. So we'll do const read line equals require, and that's going to be read line. And for those of you that are familiar with npm, we don't have to npm install this because it does come with Node. And then so the next thing we want to do is we just want to make the read line, we just want to grab this specific thing out of it, so we take read line, and then we're going to create an interface. And in that we have a couple different things. So we're passing an object literal, into this as an argument. Right, so we're typing input, and that's going to be process, which is also is explicit to Node, standard in. And then we're going to do output. That's going to be process dot standard out, then terminal, which is going to be false, right? And then we're going to have an event, right? So read line on line, I guess I'll keep my quotes consistent to double quotes, line. And then we're going to pass a function. That function is going to take the line. It's going to be a callback. And then inside of that, let's just log out what line is, okay? So some of this might seem just like black magic right now, but I'll go through and explain a lot of it as I go. So I'm in my source directory right now, so I can just go node app, just to show we can do it without having the JS extension. There we go. So my Node application is listening. Fancy. Now what does that do? So it means that I can say things like, hey, and it's going to echo it back, hi, hello, and it's echoing it back not that interesting. Cool. So we were able to get standard in, get standard out. We had that display what we typed, and that's all well and good. But we want to do something a little bit more with that, you know. So right now we are, you know, taking in an input, right? So we can create a function that basically will take a line. So let's just do const read user input, right? And that is going to take a line in. And let's just go ahead, and the easiest way to do something like this is, and to kind of cover your edge cases, is to say, okay, well, I'm going to take a line from a user, and that line is going to be a number or a choice of text that I'm presenting them, right? So if I give the user the option of, you know, for example, I have the application kick off, and the first thing I say is I'm just going to log something out right away, and it's going to say, you know, do you like, well, I guess we just do this. So do you like a, or let's just do 1, and that's going to be apples, 2 cherries, 3 tacos. Okay. And then on this, we can do const answer equals number. It's going to take in a line. Let's just say it's, you know, 1 or 2 or 3. And if it's a string or something that it can't turn into a number, then what that's going to be is it's going to become not a number. That's what it'll end up evaluating to. So what we can do after that is we can say, okay, well, if answer is not a number. So what this does is, in JavaScript, you can have a variable inside of an if block, and if you have an exclamation point next to it, this says if answer evaluates to a falsy value, then this will execute, right? So I'm going to log, please, enter a number. Otherwise, else, we're going to log cool. And I'll show you some cool things. I'll show you template strings. So template strings, if I can hit the backtick character, you entered, and then we'll pass answer. Cool. So something like this. Let's just go ahead and do this. And instead of console.log, we'll call this function. And we'll go ahead and just run that again. Do you like apples, cherries, tacos? Tacos, of course. Cool, you entered 3. Oh, awesome. But what if I just wanted to say, no, I want tacos. Please enter a number. No, but I really want tacos. Please enter a number. And it'll go on for infinity. Cool, so, that's nice. Now we have the ability to check, okay, was that a number that they said? Was that not a number? And we can respond to it. So now we can start presenting the user with options, taking those options back, and then start logging them. And then in the next video, because this one's been going on for a little bit, and try to keep them short. In the next one, we will start giving a little bit more interaction. So I'm going to start having different events that happen based on what the user enters, and have something that's a little bit more robust and a little bit more dynamic. So check out the next video.